Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to learn how to onboard our customers and give them access to Google Drive and Discord. And in this case, we're using Discord over Slack because for communication purposes, it works pretty much the same, but to bring new persons to the workspace or create connected channels with other teams, we need a pro plan on Slack. And Discord is pretty much free to use. And this automation is going to improve your onboarding experience and it's going to save you time creating channels and documents. And now remember to hit that subscribe button to not miss any chapter on this automated CRM series, where we are building an automated Airtable CRM from scratch. And now let's go into the video. So first of all, we're going to do a quick overview about what are the elements that we're going to connect together. We have our make scenario that is going to watch the Stripe payment links, and then it's going to create a Google Drive folder and create a Discord channel and send the invitation of both to the customer. And all of this information is actually starting on Stripe, but we could easily do it as well if we start from Airtable. But as we are watching payments as a trigger to onboard new customers, this is more convenient for us. And then once we have created all these Google Drive folders and the Discord channels, we're going to bring that information to our Airtable CRM, so everything stays consistent in the same place. Okay, so first let's start with our Airtable CRM, where basically we're going to see what columns that we actually need for this, okay? The first thing is that we need the status, because once the person has paid, obviously we're going to change the status to payment received automatically. And then the other two fields that we're going to need are the Discord channel, where basically we're going to store the ID of the Discord channel, so in the future we are going to be able to run some automations, and also the Google Drive folder link, so we have quickly access to it. So now let's go to make and let's explain the automation more in depth. Here, as you can see, the automation is not very complex and everything starts with a watch events module from Stripe. And actually, once we select these watch events, what we are going to do is basically select one of the hooks that we have created and then select the event that we actually want to create. Okay, so here we can actually select it. Let's go now to the make scenario, and as you can see here, the first module is a watch events module from Stripe. But what is the problem here? That obviously in Stripe we have many different events. That's why we are going to set up a filter here, and this filter is going to be event type equal to invoice paid. And what we are going to achieve with this is that we're only going to care for those events that are actually invoice paid. For example, create customer, create product, create invoice. We're not going to care about those. We're only going to care about the invoice paid. Then what we're going to do is to use an Airtable search records module, and then we're going to use this exact formula. And this is very important, that email matches perfectly with the name of the column that you actually have in Airtable, okay? In this case, email is over here, and it's very important that the name actually matches perfectly with it, because if not, we're going to have problems. And we're going to use this formula because we actually want to map the customer email with the event that we have received. So with this said, then we're going to go to the next module, that is an update record module from Airtable. So what we're going to do here is to update the record of the previous module, of the search record module, and basically change the status to payment received. And then here in Google Drive, actually we're going to create a folder that is going to be basically project code underscore first name underscore last name, okay? And this is going to be particular from the client, and we're going to have access to it because this is a Drive location that is internal from the company. And then we're going to share that link with the customer, and we're going to assign a role writer in case that the customer actually needs to upload some document or we need some other documentation. This could be ready to go, and what we are going to do here in Discord is basically to send an initial message saying that we have just received a payment from this customer from this project. This is an internal message that basically works as an internal notification. Then we're going to use this create a guild channel module from Discord, and we're going to create the channel. The channel is going to be the name of the customer, and the type is going to be guild text. And then here we need to make it private, and that's why we are going to assign to everyone 0 permissions. This is super important, that we allow 0 permissions, and only the owner of the channel can actually change this. So then we're going to create an invite to the channel, and we have here the channel ID, that is the channel ID that we have created in the previous step. And then we're going to assign the max use to 1. Then this is not going to be temporary neither, and this is not going to be unique neither. Actually, we don't need. So basically, if we go back to Airtable where all the information of the customer is, we're going to be able to access quickly to the channel ID and also to the Google Drive folder link. And also, if we have the Discord channel ID, in the future we're going to be able to send promotional messages and other type of messages. And then last, basically we're going to create and send a message where basically we're going to send all the information to the customer. We're going to welcome them, and then we're going to send the Discord invitation, okay? In this case, the code that we have to use for the invitation is basically this one that we see here. Discord create a channel invite, and then we just have to click on it, create an account, and then if the person doesn't have an account yet, they just have to click on it and create an account. And if they have a Discord account already, they just have to click on the link. Then we also created a shared drive folder to share assets if needed, and they are going to have the link below. So as you can see, this is basically the whole system that is going to help us to onboard the customers, and it's not complex at all, and it's going to save us a lot of time. As always, you have a link in the description with this exact template and also the Airtable database, so in case that you want to access to it because you don't want to install this by yourself, you can basically plug and play into your business. So with that said, that's all for today, and see you in the next video.